Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the 2014 University Convocation. Please join me in welcoming the past president of the Alumni Association, Carlos Illingworth, Jr.
Thank you very much for that warm welcome. It's always great to be back at Cal State LA. As a proud alumnus of Cal State LA, it's an honor and a privilege to represent my fellow 230,000 alumni this morning. Last February, Cal State LA honored 8 alumni, 2 students, and a friend in the university during the 39th Annual Awards Gala. The award winners are an inspiration to our students and campus community. Our honorees were Michael Lucky, Carol Jackson, Norma Roque, Wesley Rue, Arturo Delgado, it's pretty fast. Anthony Von Bering-Reese, want to make sure I get that one right. Liz Herrera, Joanne Copperwood, Paul DeCastro, Monique Holguin, and Ethan Min Chen. Let's give them a round of applause. Representing our award recipients, please welcome the distinguished alumna from the College of Arts and Letters, Norma Roque.
Buenos dias, good morning, how are you? Thank you, Carlos. President Covino, Dr. Debbie Covino, campus administration, staff, faculty, students, alumni, and distinguished guests. It is an honor to be up here today. I graduated from Cal State LA in 1992 with a bachelor's degree in journalism. While I was a student, I worked for the University Times as an investigative reporter, as an investigative journalist. Today, I am a local news reporter for Univision KMEX Channel 34, the #1 station in Los Angeles. Thank you, gracias. I am very fortunate to stand here today and thank you all for inspiring me. I am a native of El Salvador and immigrated to this country with my family in the 1980s because of the Civil War. It was not easy, but I adapted. And some will say that I succeeded. A crucial part of my success is my family. Their love and support pushed me forward. And my husband, Miguel Medina, who is here today, has been my angel through all these years. Thank you, my love. It's Cal State LA, thank you. Cal State LA is a very important part of my family, and you have been a part of my journey. Thank you, and please continue to be a beacon to the people of this great city. Thank you very much for helping me celebrate my 25th anniversary as a journalist and my 25th anniversary with Univision Channel 34. Muchas gracias. Thank you. It's been an honor to be with you, all of you today. Gracias.
During Investiture Week this past May, the university had the opportunity to honor several alumni who have contributed to Cal State LA and to our community. Sharon de Aiello Sandoval and David Sandoval worked for decades to encourage diversity at Cal State LA. Through Sharon's work in the Office of Affirmative Action and David's role as director of the Educational Opportunity Program. Now in retirement, the Sandovals are still finding ways to serve Cal State LA. The Sandovals are recognized for their commitment to establish a permanent endowment for the benefit of the Division of Student Affairs with the naming of the Sharon de Aiello Sandoval and David Sandoval Service Center. David, if you're here this morning, thank you very much for your support of Cal State LA. Let's give them a round of applause. David and Sharon. The president also conferred presidential medallions to 5 Cal State LA alumni. This honor is given to individuals whose lives have exemplified distinguished service to others. The recipients were Los Angeles County Supervisor Gloria Molina, Los Angeles City Council Member Tom LaBonge, retired Congresswoman Diane Watson, retired Los Angeles County District Attorney Steve Cooley, and retired Los Angeles County Sheriff Lee Baca. Today, we are fortunate that two of our medal recipients are here to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Cal State LA welcome to retired Los Angeles County District Attorney, the Honorable Steve Cooley.
It is indeed an honor to be among such a distinguished group of individuals today as part of this convocation. This is truly historic, and I do want to acknowledge someone who's maybe not up here, but in the audience, who's an historic, iconic figure, also a President Medallion Award winner, recipient, and that is Congressman Diane Watson. Diane, where are you? Thank you for your many years of great service. I matriculated here at Cal State LA as an 18-year-old freshman in September 1965. I graduated and served as the commencement speaker in June of 1970. For those of you who are not so strong in math, that meant I spent 5 years here at this great institution. No one explained to me it was a 4-year program. Actually, the extra year allowed me to serve a second term as the university student body president and enjoy the many friends I made here at Cal State LA. My experiences at Cal State, both in the classroom and in terms of extracurricular activities, were key foundations to my future success as a deputy district attorney for 27 years and as the elected district attorney for 12 years. I want to thank Cal State LA for laying that important foundation. During my 3 terms as the elected district attorney, there were many opportunities for the justice system and the DA's office to collaborate with Cal State LA. The university has served as an excellent and welcoming venue for many justice system related training programs, seminars, symposia, and other forums, such as my swearing in on December the 4th, 2000, as the 41st District Attorney of Los Angeles County. I truly cannot think of a more appropriate location for events such as these, other than a university, especially an urban university such as Cal State Los Angeles. As just one of many examples of the seminars, and something I'm very, very proud of, my office held 8 annual DNA awareness programs here on the university campus. This was very propitious given the close proximity of training sessions to the LAPD, LA County Sheriff's Regional Crime Lab, the so-called Hertzberg Davis Forensic Science Center housed on this campus. As long as we're talking about that incredible facility, that important facility here on this campus, I do want to acknowledge there were many, many great people involved in that public-private partnership that produced that great facility and program. But the most important person, by far the most important person in terms of the vision for a state-of-the-art, adequate crime lab, and the completion of that project is going to speak just after me, another medallion winner, and that is retired Sheriff Lee Baca. So even though he's not up here, can we applaud him for his efforts in that regard? I must also take the opportunity to acknowledge the incredible contributions that have been made by the School of Criminal Justice and Criminalistics, which is housed within the College of Health and Human Services. For over 4 decades, that program has contributed substantially to professional policing throughout Los Angeles County and the state of California. Thank you, Cal State LA, for all you've done to make Los Angeles County and the state of California a better and safer place. Keep up your good work.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Cal State LA welcome to retired Los Angeles County Sheriff, the Honorable Lee Baca.
Good morning. Let me, first of all, open this commentary by saying to each and every one of you, the greatness about being a graduate of Cal State University, Los Angeles, is that we can assure ourselves that when we do something as graduates, that we're going to help each other as much as possible. Steve Cooley made a comment about the crime lab, but I want to make a comment about Steve before I get into my comments, and that is we have one of the greatest and finest district attorney's office in the United States. It's the largest, and the key to Steve's effort is that he was a 3-term district attorney, which causes for many, many positive things to happen over the years. And Steve is instrumental, along with myself and the Board of Supervisors, of renovating the Hall of Justice in downtown Los Angeles, of which will become the new headquarters for the Sheriff's Department and the District Attorney's Office. And without Steve, that would not have happened. Thank you, Steve. President Covino, faculty, students, and honorable guests, thank you for your diverse and vast contributions to the students of Cal State University, Los Angeles. As a graduate who majored in police science and administration, may I say that all of you are a great force behind the intellectual and professional growth of students who represent all cultures, all races, languages, religions, and economic levels. People who attend this great university is because it is here where they can touch and feel their dreams. May I share with you a story of a young woman who dropped out of Cal State Los Angeles due to economic reasons. Angela, employed by the Sheriff's Department, was one class short of graduating. Her major was biology. She was 26 years old, sad and discouraged. She wanted to be a medical doctor. Through positive confidence in her ability, I convinced her to come back to this university and graduate. She returned and finished the class. Ironically, it was no surprise to me that her GPA was 4.0. Together, we wrote letters to 4 medical schools. She was accepted by USC, UCLA, and a 3rd school back east. While still working, she attended the medical school at UCLA. Today, Angela is an MD practicing medicine at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, Angela's story would not have been possible without the relevant, practical, dynamic, and creative support by the university's president, faculty, deans, devoted alumni as well. President Covino, the presidential medallion you gave Steve Cooley and myself, and of course Diane, who's here in the audience, reflects the ethos of Cal State University, Los Angeles. Together, your leadership and thoughtfulness are deeply appreciated. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing? It's a great day at Cal State LA. on behalf of the Alumni Association and the alumni of Cal State LA, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this wonderful event. Now, please enjoy the rest of today's festivities.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. First, thank you to some special guests, really, who are joining the university here this morning. Of course, our presidential medal recipients, Lee Baca, Steve Cooley, and Diane Watson, along with Monterey Park City Council members Peter Chan and Teresa Real, Sebastian, Los Angeles City Council member Tom LaBonge, Glendale Unified School District Board member Nairi Naabedian, longtime Pat Brown Institute Board member Anita Quinones Gabrielan, and representing the mayor of Los Angeles, Abigail Marquez. I also want to give special recognition to two of our alumni who are not here today. They gave back to this university by leaving us major gifts through their estates. Blanca Flanagan Rios, a 1954 alumna who made her career as an educator at a local high school, gave small annual donations to the university for decades. Her generosity continues with a bequest of over $2 million that she left to Cal State LA. We received another estate gift, this one of $1 million, from the family of William Dermody. Bill Dermody lived a life dedicated to public service, beginning as a Cal State LA student and later working as chief of staff to the chancellor of the CSU. After his passing, Mr. Dermody's mother made provisions for a substantial portion of his estate and the remainder of hers to come to Cal State LA. Gifts like these make Cal State LA a place that makes student transformation that much more possible through scholarships, fellowships, enhanced academic programs and facilities, and much more. These donations were considerable, but no matter the size, every donation makes a positive difference in the future of this university and its students. So, on September 1, I began my second year as president of Cal State LA. One of the ways, don't applaud until you hear the rest of it. One of the ways in which I celebrated was to listen to the 1977 Steve Miller Band song, Fly Like an Eagle, which, as you can see, I've adopted as an informal anthem. It reminds me that the passage of time, time keeps on slipping, points us into a future in which we can indeed soar, flying like an eagle through the revolution in which we work together to feed the babies, shoe the children, house the people, in which together we become the solution. We are, after all, golden eagles, dedicated to engagement, service, and the public good, for whom a Cal State LA education is indeed the solution to the inequities and struggles that continue to challenge us. As I shook the hands of nearly 4,000 students crossing the stage during our commencement weekend, I knew then and know now that we continue to soar. So, I'm 1 year in as your president, and so very grateful for your collective energy and spirit. Together, we've achieved a great deal over the past year. At our 2013 convocation, I reported that Washington Monthly magazine ranked us number 18 nationally among 671 master's universities for our contribution to the public good. The new rankings just came out, and we are this year not ranked number 18. We're ranked number 7. Washington Monthly also ranked us in 3 specific categories that contribute to the public good: for exceeding our predicted graduation rate, for contributing to the social mobility of our students. Last year, number 6 nationally, this year, number 4 nationally. For securing research funding in support of faculty scholarship that improves the public good. Last year, we were in the top 10% nationally. This year, in the top 8%. For our contributions to community service, last year, we were in the top 25% nationally. This year, in the top 14%. And for sending students on to success in PhD programs, we continue to rank in the top 25% of all master's institutions in the country. As you can see, we're 1 year in together and already achieving terrific new heights. One of our highest priorities, of course, is to recruit and appoint faculty who are outstanding educators, scholars, artists, scientists, and engineers. This year, we're welcoming 27 new tenure-track faculty who first joined us at last week's new faculty orientation, who are with us today. Our new faculty come from a diverse range of distinguished institutions, including Columbia University, Wesleyan University, Ohio State, the University of Washington, University of Texas, Syracuse University, University of Toronto, Cal Lutheran, Montclair State, UC Irvine, UCLA, USC, and others. They're joining a wide range of departments in every college and in the university library. This is the highest number of new faculty we've hired here since the fall of 2009, and we hope to surpass that number next fall, almost doubling it, starting searches for 45 new faculty. This is one of the ways that we realize our commitment to engagement, service, and the public good. Let me ask any of the new faculty here today to please stand and let us welcome you. Where are you? There they are. Remain standing, okay? Look, and don't depend on front row seats every time, okay? All right. To be a great university in a great city, and we are, requires a great faculty. So, to recognize what a great faculty we are, will all the members of our great faculty here today please stand and let us welcome you. There we are. Okay. There we go. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you. Our faculty members are dedicated to the success of our students. In the College of Health and Human Services, the Department of Communication Disorders has gone from 60 to over 400 undergraduate majors since 2000, has one of the highest graduation rates at Cal State LA, and is in the 3rd year of a peer tutoring program that helps students master basic science courses. The Communication Disorders Graduate Program boasts a 100% pass rate on the Praxis National Examination in Speech-Language Pathology and has been ranked number 19 nationally and number 1 in California. In the College of Business and Economics, the Department of Accounting features the 3rd largest undergraduate program on campus with 1,083 majors. The department offers the well-known VITA Tax Assistance Program annually to help low-income taxpayers prepare their income tax returns and to give our students a real hands-on experience. The department also supports the most active student organizations in the college, Beta Alpha Psi and the Accounting Society. and we're all very happy that the top accounting firms in Los Angeles recruit and hire our students. In the College of Arts and Letters, the Department of TV, Film, and Media Studies, for the 4th year in a row, received a $50,000 award to support student projects from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Red Studios, formerly the Desjardins Lucille Ball Studios, along with Sony, Avid, and many others, know how talented and driven our students are. And so our faculty continue to place many of our students as interns with these entertainment industry partners. In the College of Natural and Social Sciences, 2 outstanding grant-supported programs: the Lewis Stokes Alliance for Minority Participation, LSAMP, and Minority Opportunities in Research, or MORE, contributed enormously to student success in 2013-14. 25 students from these programs who graduated from Cal State LA this past June will enter PhD programs in fall 2014, and 9 will be starting master's programs en route to obtaining PhDs. These 34 students were mentored by professors in biological sciences, chemistry and biochemistry, geosciences and environment, math, physics and astronomy, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and psychology. In the College of Engineering, Computer Science and Technology, a group of faculty in the engineering programs received a $200,000 National Science Foundation grant to develop and implement an integrated sophomore-level curriculum. This approach, launching this fall, will integrate 3 fundamental core engineering courses into a single integrated 1-year course to afford our students deep understanding of engineering concepts and applications. In the Charter College of Education, the joint PhD program in special education with UCLA has a history of success reaching back to 1965. By the end of this coming year, 63 students will have earned a PhD from this joint program. Many of our students are involved in significant research projects with the faculty, and the faculty themselves are receiving significant grant funding for very important initiatives. Here are a few of our many notable grants. $5 million from the National Science Foundation to Professor Feiming Zhao in the College of Natural and Social Sciences, $4.2 million from the U.S. Department of Education to Professor A.D. Williams in the Charter College of Education, $3 million from NASA to Professor Helen Busalis in the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Technology, $2.7 million from the National Science Foundation to Professor Nancy Warder-Perez in the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Technology, $1.7 million from the Department of Health and Human Services to Professor Seun Ri in the College of Health and Human Services, $1.6 million from the Regents of the University of California to Professor Robert Land in the Charter College of Education. Wonderful achievements, great faculty. Thank you very much. Our staff members are equally dedicated to student success and the advancement of the university. In June, we celebrated their achievements and paid tribute to those who were nominated for the 2014 Outstanding Staff Award. As I look at the roster of awardees from years past, I see a who's who of staff members who are still making great contributions to the distinction and success of Cal State LA. Our outstanding staff awardees have included Yvonne Hasegawa, Amy Miller, Joanna Martell, Suzanne Galyin, Gonzalo Centino, Monica Ling, Gwen Franklin, Cheryl Segura, Edward Fisher, Libby Kent, Jeff Cheam, Joanne Ariola, Brian Magnus, Yolanda Galvan, Linda Wong, Jean Gee, William Wimberly, and from 1987, the first year of these awards, Sandra Segura, and Pat Tom, will all here today who have won an Outstanding Staff Award please stand and receive our thanks. All right, there they are. There they are. Okay, thank you. And I would like to ask all of our dedicated staff members and our administrators here today to stand and let us welcome you to the new academic year. Thank you very much. We have several major searches underway for members of our administrative team. We're continuing our search for a Dean of the College of Natural and Social Sciences, for a Senior Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management, and for a University Provost. As we move these searches toward completion, I want to commend the continuing excellent leadership of Interim Dean Scott Bowman, Interim Senior Associate Vice President Nancy Wada-McKee, and Interim Provost Cheryl Ney. Throughout last year, beginning with Convocation, I proposed that the key to our success is engagement as an integral part of our mission, vision, and values, not only as a commitment to working with external partners, but also as a guiding principle for teaching and learning. The university community committed to this principle this past year in two major ways. First, by rebuilding and revitalizing the curriculum as part of the process of converting from a quarter calendar to a semester calendar. You have, over the last year, reinvented over 4,500 courses and programs, embedding in many of them the most current best practices for creating an engaged and engaging learning environment. Some of these achievements will be on display today from 2 to 4, just outside the Golden Eagle Ballroom, where a number of poster presentations will describe the ways in which the faculty, working with the Center for Effective Teaching and Learning, are building a new and engaging curriculum. The second major curricular contribution to engagement, which will also debut as part of semester conversion, is the GE requirement that all students complete 2 courses that feature engagement with the surrounding multicultural communities and the greater Los Angeles area, and which involve civic learning and community service closely connected with their coursework. I've heard nothing but excitement and accolades from current and future community partners who are looking forward to welcoming thousands of Cal State LA students into civic and community service. As we look forward to initiating this new general education requirement, we're developing new opportunities for civic and community service through our Center for Engagement, Service, and the Public Good under the leadership of Taffany Lim. This year, the center will launch #IServeLA. I very seldom say hashtag, really. #IServeLA to feature our campus-wide expanding service learning program. Expanding partnerships is important because beginning in fall 2016, this program will provide Los Angeles and beyond with more than 6,000 engaged students annually. The Center for Engagement, Service, and the Public Good is also the home of Go East LA, a pathway for college and career success. Professor Bianca Guzman is the Cal State LA director of this program, which is a partnership with East Los Angeles College and LA Unified to provide cradle-to-career support for the youth of East LA. This year, we're focusing on Garfield High School and the elementary and middle schools that produce Garfield students. East LA College President Marvin Martinez and I will be visiting these elementary and middle schools to talk with parents and students about the importance of creating a pathway to college. And later this year, the Go East LA team will publish a continuum that illustrates support services that will be available from early childhood forward to all of our Go East LA students, along with the benchmarks that will measure our success. This fall, we have a cohort of 51 Garfield High School students who are newly enrolled at Cal State LA. Support services are being developed to help them and others transition from high school to university life with weekly email tips, a website, student-to-student mentoring, and advisement. A number of our Go East LA partners are here today. They include Los Angeles School Board member Monica Garcia, Garfield High School Principal Jose Huerta, Karen Glenn of our great partner Griffles, and East Los Angeles College President Marvin Martinez, who is here with numerous members of the Go East LA leadership team. All of our Go East LA folks, please stand. Let us recognize you. Thank you. It's really exciting working with all of you and making this happen. So, we're 1 year in together, and as you can tell, we are redefining the educational experience at Cal State LA and strengthening our commitment to align the curriculum, pedagogy, and support services with our values and goals. In addition to devoting tremendous energy to semester conversion, we're developing a vision for the future of academic programs and their delivery here at Cal State LA. Last October, I convened a faculty visioning task force whose charge was to craft a recommendation for innovative academic programs that anticipate the future needs of Los Angeles and regions beyond. Between January and June, 23 faculty examined workforce reports, economic data, and community needs assessments, and heard from experts on pressing economic and educational issues. Over the summer, our writing group synthesized the resources gathered, reviewed, and discussed by the task force. The report lays the groundwork for a set of recommendations that focus on institutional context, program development, student-centeredness, teaching innovation, and collaboration. A draft of this significant report will be presented to the campus community for review and comment. I look forward to receiving the final report and recommendations at the end of October. As I've already noted, a wide variety and number of programs at Cal State LA include students working side by side with their professors on important scholarship, research, and artistry. These programs also engage local partners, and many reflect the campus commitment to research that addresses challenges facing Los Angeles, the region, and the nation. Some of them are the largest hydrogen research and fueling facility on any campus in the nation. By the end of October, our fueling station will be open to the public. Drivers will be able to pull off the 10 or 710 freeways and fill up their cars, hydrogen cars now. Don't be looking for, gasoline or something. And fill up their cars on our campus. We have our residential simulation lab created in collaboration with the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services. We have the Los Angeles Urban Teacher Residency Program, which equips future math and science teachers to close the achievement gap in high-need urban schools. We have the California Reading and Literature Project, a partnership with local K-12 schools to design long-term professional development plans for increasing the academic achievement of all students. We have the Earthquake Response and Rehabilitation Project, which models the susceptibility of structures to earthquake damage and brings these results to practitioners in the Los Angeles area. and we have many, many more that involve our students and are doing important things. A key element of raising the visibility of Cal State LA's major centers and institutes, which house a number of the projects I've mentioned, has been a reorientation of government leaders to the university, as well as my active involvement with organizations such as the Los Angeles Chamber of Commerce, where I'm a board member, the LA County Economic Development Corporation, where I co-chair the Workforce Development Committee, the Los Angeles Coalition for the Economy and Jobs, and the Rotary Club of Los Angeles. I've this year been recognized and been honored to make presentations to the LA City Council and the LA Board of Supervisors. We have hosted U.S. House Leader Nancy Pelosi. We have forged active and productive relationships with Mayor Garcetti, Supervisors Gloria Molina, Mark Ridley Thomas, and Mike Antonovich, incoming Supervisor Hilda Solis, as well as council members Gil Cedillo, Tom LaBonge, and Jose Huizar, and Congressmember Judy Chu. We will this year be reaching out to Assembly Speaker Tony Atkins and Senate President Kevin De Leon, and inviting them to visit and learn about the ways in which we are transforming lives here at Cal State LA. Our athletics program also offers excellent points of engagement with our community partners, and alumni. We broke ground in May for the Rosie Casals Pancho Gonzalez Tennis Center, which is the first step in a revitalization of the Billie Jean King Sports Complex. This center will embody our commitment to engagement, service, and the public good, offering a wide range of programs that have the welfare of community, families, and children at heart. Our engagement efforts necessarily include revitalizing our fundraising and public relations. With the leadership of our new Vice President for Advancement, Janet Dial, we're building strong fundraising support for our programs and facilities and reaching out to our alumni and community partners to ask for their help in telling the Cal State LA story. With the leadership of our new Associate Vice President for Communications and Public Affairs, Elena Stern, we are pursuing and providing increasing opportunities to tell that story, and with an expanded staff, drawing greater attention to the innovation and dedication that characterizes this university. Helping students feel more engaged with the university requires that we provide them with more access to support services that help them negotiate the rigor and complexity of higher education. For this reason, the student success fee that is part of the tuition and fee structure here at Cal State LA is devoted to enhancing services that have a crucial role in helping students reach their academic goals. When I arrived at Cal State LA, I was very encouraged to learn that a large share of the student success fee is being devoted to providing more advisors. Today, instead of having one advisor for every 1,700 students, we have one advisor for every 460 students. That's a great change. This one change, along with our commitment to make the classes students need available in the course schedule, has made a tremendous difference in the rate of progress toward degree. This past year, students were enrolled in over 25,000 more course units than they were the year before. And as we all know, taking more units means they're getting closer sooner to earning their degrees. So it's a wonderful, giant step forward, which we hope to advance this coming year. Taken by themselves, all of these accomplishments that I've surveyed constitute an exciting step forward, but taken as a whole, they begin to form the narrative of what we can do together just 1 year into our work together at Cal State LA. And these are not the only outstanding accomplishments from our last academic year. There are many, many, too many to name, but several more stand out. Last year, we worked with Mayor Garcetti's office to launch Civic University. This pilot program, run by our Pat Brown Institute, gave 100 Angelinos the tools they needed to better engage and serve their local government. It's a program we will expand this year with the help of a generous gift from AT&T and more gifts to come from our other partners. The CSU Health Insurance Education Project, housed at Cal State LA's Department of Public Health and directed by Professor Walter Zellman, helped cut the uninsured rate among CSU students by 60%. Walter, thank you so much for that achievement. We opened the new TV, Film, and Media Center, a state-of-the-art facility poised to increase Cal State LA's presence in one of our city's signature industries. And this year, we will debut our own recording label, Airy Records, A-E-R-I-E, like an eagle's nest, Airy Records. So we'll be letting you know about that, so you can come in and hear some of the music that we're recording and enjoy the debut. And this quarter, we are opening a Dreamers Resource Center to support the academic progress of undocumented students. And we're opening a 24-hour computer lab and study center to accommodate the complex night and day schedules that our students maintain. You know, I've had staff members say, is that just for the students? Or, you know? We'll just have to wait and see how that works out. To expand access to success beyond this campus, we're considering additional campus sites in downtown Los Angeles and in the Hollywood Promise Zone, which will be available for both state-supported and self-supported courses and events. So, you know, once again, we're 1 year into our partnership at Cal State LA, and we have much to admire about what we've accomplished and where we're headed. But of course, what we admire most are our students. They represent a generation that, here at Cal State LA, is characterized by determination and grit, right? More than anything else, they tell the story of Cal State LA. Our story is the story of Justin D'Agostino. Today, Justin is on his way to completing a master's in anthropology before beginning his PhD studies. However, his future was not always this certain. As a high schooler, Justin had earned an athletic scholarship to Washington, D.C.'s St. John's College High School. That is, until he was diagnosed with a malignant melanoma, the most dangerous and potentially fatal form of skin cancer. At the same time, Justin was enduring the pain of his parents' divorce. In his own words, quote, "The physical and psychological struggle of dealing with cancer and my parents' separation at such a young age had a detrimental impact on my academic and athletic performance. I lost my scholarship." He lost that scholarship and was transferred to a local high school, forced to make new friends, to adjust to his new limited support system, and to overcome 2 surgeries. He did all those things. And 1 year later, he was cancer-free, ready to put his life back on track. That came in the form of an interest in biology and a desire to better understand his own disease. He would go on to receive a biology degree from San Francisco State before joining us here at Cal State LA. Justin received an award for outstanding oral presentation at the university's 22nd Annual Student Symposium on Research, Scholarship, and Creative Activity, and was awarded just earlier this month a 2014 California State University Board of Trustees Award for outstanding achievement. Justin, you're here, right? Stand up. Let's recognize you. There he is. Our story is the story of Ronald Martinez. Ronald entered Cal State LA in need of math remediation. He was a member of our exceptional summer bridge program and a special admit. Before coming to Cal State LA, Ronald was, as he puts it, socially promoted through the grades, a victim of low expectations. Here, things changed. As Ronald says, quote, "My life changed from that point. I met Steve Teixeira, who was the summer bridge coordinator at that time. Teixeira was instrumental in helping me find the desire and courage to stand up for myself. I also participated in a race, class, and gender course, which helped me understand my experience as a youth in urban Los Angeles. This powerful, irreplaceable experience, coupled with Teixeira's mentorship, propelled me into a positive forward direction," unquote. Because of that back and forth between Ronald and his faculty and staff mentors, he not only overcame his challenges with math, he now teaches it. Today, he's a math instructor at East LA College and a math facilitator in the Cal State LA Summer Bridge program. Quite the journey from those math remediation classes all those years ago. Ronald, you're here. Steve, you're here too. So why don't both of you stand up? There's Steve back there. There's Ron. Our story is the story of Maria E. Gonzalez. Maria was born in Mexico. Her mother had a third-grade education, her father a second-grade education. At age 4, she lost her father to a heart attack, and then illness sent her into a coma. After coming out of the coma, she needed 2 years of rehabilitation to regain speech, recognize her family, and walk. And that's not all. At the age of 10, Maria and her mother took the 2-day walk across the border into Arizona because her mother wanted a better life for Maria. Maria attended Hollenbeck Middle School and Roosevelt High School, but at the age of 15, dropped out of school to raise a child. As a 29-year-old single mother with 3 children, she started adult evening school. A counselor there recognized something special and suggested that she go to college, a possibility that she had never even imagined. She went to Pasadena City College and graduated in early childhood education. This new credential allowed her to better support her family. She applied to Cal State LA, faced a number of academic challenges here, and eventually earned a degree in sociology. She worked at Alta Med in their adult daycare area for 5 years, and then decided to honor her deceased mother and become a social worker. She was admitted into the Masters of Social Work program at Cal State LA, and she has managed to be a caregiver for her 5 grandchildren, aged 14 to 8, and continue to work and excel in her studies. The faculty are very proud of her work in the field and her master's thesis research on immigration and its effects on older adults as they transition from one culture to another. She plans to graduate this year, and I will be delighted to shake the hand of this remarkable woman at commencement. Maria, are you here with us? We were waiting. She's here. Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. Okay. Hello. All of our students face significant challenges as they navigate the demands of academic excellence, family responsibility, and jobs. Our First Lady, Debbie Covino, and I both know that attending college can be overwhelming and stressful, and that our students face increasing academic, social, and financial challenges. That's why I will be assisting Debbie with a campaign we call Mind Matters. It's either Mind Matters or Mind Matters. You can say it different ways. It has a little bit of a different spin. We all know that staying in shape mentally, physically, emotionally is a key element of academic, professional, and personal success. One great source of help here is our Student Health Center, where our dedicated healthcare professionals make the well-being of our students their top priority. I've authorized the appointment of 2 additional healthcare professionals specializing in mind matters that can get in the way of academic and personal well-being, stress, anxiety, and habits and life choices that work against success. We'll be increasing the health center space available for psychological counseling, workshops, and activities. And students will be hearing from Debbie and me on posters that you'll be beginning to see on campus and at presentations designed to help them take advantage of the good habits, choices, and strategies that can help everyone stay on a successful path to a Cal State LA degree. Debbie, thank you for making this a priority. Together, we're 1 year in to a future that grows more and more promising each day, built on the spirit, energy, and dedication of everyone here, forging a vision that makes us all proud to be part of a great university in a great city. I'll be happy to take questions that you might have, but let me first stress that Debbie and I are thrilled to be continuing this journey with you. Personally, it's been so very rewarding for me to work together with you to provide a stellar educational experience to our students and to renew our commitment to scholarship and service that make a difference in the life of this region. Together, we're not just slipping into the future, we're soaring. Thank you. Here's to another great year. Okay, so here I am. Any questions from anyone? Steve? Yes,
Could you
sir.
tell us a little more about the Dream Center and how that was made possible, outside folks, et cetera, have helped?
Well, the Dream Center was made possible because I asked that it be made possible. I mean, I have had a number of people come and talk with me about the Dreamers Resource Center over the year, and we have a very dedicated team of administrators and faculty and staff who wanted that all to materialize. So we have identified a space, we have identified staff, but I will tell you, as a sort of extra bonus, we have a donor who we're meeting with later this month who is very, very, very interested in giving very substantial support to the Dreamers Resource Center. So what you see beginning may get bigger and better as we move forward, and I'm looking forward to that. Should be a great place for our students. Yeah. Well, one of the question is how are we going to help to support the faculty that we're bringing on to make sure that they get a good start and realize their talents and their dedication. We are, I think, going to need to continue to develop the sort of revenue that will support the faculty in better and better ways. As a number of you know, I am committed to a standard teaching assignment as we go to semesters of 3 courses per semester for research active faculty. And that will include, of course, our new faculty and our existing faculty and everyone else who's keeping busy in those areas. In order to make that happen, we need to develop the resources that make it possible. We're going to, we have basically, 4 sources of resources, excuse the cat in the hat rhyming, that will help support us or help close the gap. We have tuition and tuition fees, really, that come in from our students. We have philanthropic support. We have grants and contracts. And we have continuing education initiatives from our professional and global education college. So we have to look to all of those to support the faculty, but especially to continuing education initiatives. The provost and I are working closely with Eric Bullard and the deans. Eric is our Dean of Professional and Global Education, to develop new kinds of courses and venues and partnerships that will not only expand the continuing education student population for us here at Cal State LA, but also create revenue for us that we can reinvest into the faculty. So I am putting a high priority on creating the sorts of resources that we will then reinvest into the faculty, and we can do this to support research, to support assigned time of the nature that I already alluded to support startups, et cetera. We will also be redoing, really, the budget allocation model we have here at Cal State LA. That started last year. It will continue this year, so that we decentralize our budget more fully than it is decentralized now, and give more responsibility, autonomy, and flexibility to our academic colleges in order to serve the faculty and distribute funding in ways that make sense and serve their own high priorities. So new revenue streams, decentralization of the budget, that should lead to stronger support for our faculty. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. All right, 2 questions there. Are we going to rebrand the athletic program, or are we going to have a football team? The answer to the second question, which I have been asked repeatedly, is I'm sorry, no. We're going to devote ourselves to some other priorities. And if you've noticed, there are a couple of football teams around that people seem to pay attention to that provide lots of entertainment. Rebranding the athletic program will be part of our general rebranding initiative. So we'll be working on the athletic program as well as the university as a whole. So you're going to see some changes there. Yes, sir.
I wanted to also bring up the athletic program as a former student athlete and now a professor emeritus. Frankly, the statewide and national reputation of the perceived quality of all of us who are faculty and student and graduates of Cal State LA is dependent, regrettably, on athletics. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying, and I've been around for a long time to a lot of universities. When I go international, I was an international consultant, and my doctorate from USC made me a big wheel. We need a football team. I'm sorry, it is not an option. It was dropped because it was the convenient way to immediately support a women's athletic program without thinking through the structure of a quality university athletic program. Okay?
Yes,
it is a major priority to all of us.
Thank you. Anything else?
Yes,
I mean, what else would you like? I'm taking notes. Yes. All right, Diane, please do respond. Well, I'm glad to see that there's been a debate on the floor. Yes, yes, sir.
yes. My name's Michael Cervantes. I'm an alumni here from Cal State LA. And I have a few questions for you, or I guess for the administration. But one of the things I've seen as a classroom teacher and as a member of the community is the need for an integration of the different disciplines. Oftentimes, people graduate with a degree in literature or a degree in science, but yet we see that out in the world, more and more often, how these two fields and others need to be integrated into one, and hoping that the university will be working toward that. A second issue deals with the joint doctoral program we have with UCLA. It seems that that's the only one that has occurred here. I was wondering if there's any hope or any ideas or any future plans for additional joint programs. And the last issue goes back to writing. At one time, there was a lot of writing done in different departments, and that seemed to be, as the budget became smaller, writing was dropped. And some, well, okay, from my experience. I was wondering whether there's any plans to try to have students do more writing and use that in their future careers.
Yeah, on the interdisciplinary note, it's a valuable observation. I am told that the Visioning Committee has paid good attention to the possibility of interdisciplinary curricula and will be coming forward with some recommendations for that. So they seem to be thinking about that as well. Relative to joint PhD programs, have at it. I mean, I have not received, I've not been in any conversations or received any proposals or draft proposals through the provost from the faculty about further joint programs, but certainly we are capable in certain areas of doing so, and there's no obstacle to us exploring that possibility further. Relative to writing, I think you'll see in the new general education requirements a new and stronger emphasis on writing across the university, and a commitment by our departments and colleges to make sure that our students graduate with those skills. So thank you for raising those questions. Yes.
Dr. Corvino, as a very grateful alum, former staff member, and donor, I love this university. I come to you with a very gentle challenge. 300,000 people stood in New York, hundreds here, to raise awareness and change behavior regarding climate change. I've seen throughout Southern California at universities, at many of the conferences on climate concerns, with deepest respect, lip service, and not a lot of change. I love this university. Everything that has been accomplished in my life is because of the foundation here. There was an article in the LA Times about branding and about definition and Cal State LA and the other institutions in the system. I would love it if this university, under your leadership and the extraordinary leadership sitting in this room today, made a commitment to zero waste that was more than lip service, and that you start with eliminating single-use plastic water bottles, and that you look to eliminating the plastic bags on this campus. It may seem like a very small thing, but what we are talking about is future. I think this campus can be a zero-waste campus, but it starts with behavior, because the only thing that counts is behavior. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. And you and I have talked before, and I will tell you that the proposals that you're recommending are on the agenda for my meetings with my cabinet this term. So we're going to be looking at it directly. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Up there. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes, there's someone
Hi.
up there. We weren't
Sorry.
supposed to let anybody up there, but there's someone up there. Go ahead. Well, I would like to be very aggressive in our recruitment and of new tenure-track faculty. We are searching for 45 next year. For next year, we're searching now for 45, which will be a tremendous addition. As I know more about the growth of the university in general and our targets for the student population, which should emerge as we enter semester conversion and see where we are, and I have further dialogues with the Chancellor's office, I'll be better able to target a growth trajectory for the faculty. In the meantime, however, we need to do whatever we can within the resources we have to give our students the experience of working with and learning from professors in the tenure tracks in the university. So I will be asking that we do that aggressively and push to the limit of our resources, and then we'll try to do something more well-defined as we figure out what the new master plan for the university will look like and what our population is going to be. Thank you for the question. Sir, yes.
Hello, hello, President Covino. I had a question. I've noticed that there have been, when looking at police officers, I've noticed that there are a lot of them that carry AR rifles on the back of their motorcycles, on their police cars. And with the recent shootings in Ferguson and around the country of police officers shooting innocents, is there any efforts that will be taken in the demilitarization of the police force here on campus?
Well, I have great confidence in our public safety and police, and we will be bringing, they're just terrific and very, very dedicated. We will be bringing in a new police chief soon, and I will tell you that this person's great passion is building community relations and working with the community. In fact, when I sat with him for an hour, hour and a half, I would say that 3/4 of our time was talking about how we can even better do that. So I think you will see moving forward our public safety, folks and police be even more dedicated to the kind of climate that you're trying to describe, one in which we see ourselves as a community, are mutually supportive, and our police become our partners in that effort. So thank you for asking. Yes.
So I heard this piece on NPR which said that that 50% of American families have difficulty if they come up with having to spend $400 for something. And our students have those problems all the time. And I'm wondering if it's possible to start something on campus that would deal with temporary crises. Because we have, in every quarter, there's always a few students who their father loses their job, they lose a job. So some kind of a sort of a crisis center that could keep those students alive.
Well, I'm not sure we identify it as a center, but we do have short-term loans and other responses for students who just, hit the wall in that respect. In fact, we've dealt with a couple of them in just the last couple of weeks. So we do have that process available for those students. Maybe we can do better, maybe we should do more, but we certainly do have that in place.
Where do they go to get those temporary loans?
Nancy, Tony?
They go to short-term loans.
Sure, who said that? Short-term, okay. Rita, thank you. Okay, short-term loans, got it? That's only for the students in trouble.
Now that we were talking about hiring more faculty, and since I'm a staff person, I was just wondering if we can hire more staff people to support us.
We've concentrated on, of course, advisors, and we need to concentrate further on folks in the facilities area, in the enrollment services areas, and in the departmental areas, because I know that we're coming out of a time when we were all stretched. So I have asked the vice presidents to keep me briefed on those needs. Several of them have hiring plans drafted and in place, and we're going to see how far we can take those. But I appreciate the question. I know that we need greater staff, and I know that everyone's working very, very hard. So it's certainly right in front of us, and we're going to do what we can to make it happen.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, up there again, yes. Yeah, that's become a priority for the Professional and Global Education College and Eric Bullard, and there are a number of retention initiatives and strategies that we're putting into place because we recognize that's very important. We want to recruit a rich international population here and also want them to feel very, very welcome through all of their time. Yes. Well, one of the issues, yeah, thank you. That's important. And I will say that our contingent faculty, we boast some of the finest educators and professionals among our contingent faculty of any university that I've been involved in or know about. We are, through the bargaining process with the faculty currently and the California Faculty Association, looking at the lecturer ranks and the pay at those ranks, and I'm pretty sure that that will eventuate in some adjustment of the salary schedule that we have here at Cal State LA that will be more advantageous to our contingent faculty. So I'm looking forward to that, and then we'll see how we can do better beyond that. So thank you for asking. Now, I'm getting in the way of Fall Faculty Day here. I'm sorry about that. I tend to get in the way of things. But let me take one more. Okay.
Last question. All right. Hi, Dr. Covino. First, I just wanted to mention that for the Dream Resource Center that's going to finally open up, students have been at the forefront for that. So I want to let everyone here know.
That's right.
In fact, this summer we're meeting up to create a plan because the major donor actually has been funding the tuition of undocumented students for several years here now. One of the students, she has been my angel. She's the only reason why I'm here today. But without further ado, my main question is in regards to student organizations and clubs on campus. They are a vital role to student success here. It's definitely been a huge reason why I feel I soared here at Cal State Los Angeles. Recently, about a year and a half ago, I joined the fraternity Zeta Beta Tau. By the way, Steve Cooley, if you're still here, who's an alumni of Zeta Beta Tau, would love to take a picture with you. With that said, this year we have 2 other new fraternities joining the campus. We have several other organizations who are also growing, who are new. But my question is to new organizations, they often struggle. Students struggle to get those organizations lifted and build a solid foundation for them. And I wanted to ask you, what's the administration, or how can the administration help these student organizations grow and further develop so all students can grow for them and be successful in our careers here at Cal State Los Angeles?
I don't have a good answer to that question. I really don't. I think that our associated students are as involved as they should be in providing resources and encouragement for student life. I'd certainly be happy to talk with anyone who wants to talk about what my office or some of the vice presidents can do in that regard that we're not doing. I think we have a vibrant and thriving student body that is becoming more and more interested in being part of the organizations that you describe. And I think that as the students come forward and form those organizations, we'll add to that. What I can do further about it, I just don't know. But I'll certainly appreciate your making it a priority, and I'll be listening. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this has been great. It's going to be a great year. I'm looking forward to working with all of you. I want to thank all of our friends, our distinguished, our medallion winners, and our friends from Go East LA, and our community and government leaders for being here today and sharing this moment with us. I want to express my terrific and tremendous confidence in our faculty and staff and administrative leadership for moving us forward. And I want to, with you, look forward to another great, great, great year. Thank you all very much.